y'all. Today's Bible study, word from the Lord. Sorry, by the way, I am a day late. I try and do it on Wednesdays, but I was not feeling well. But today's word is a really, really good one. I'm really excited to share this. It comes from 1 Kings 18:41 through 45. And this is a major key on being able to hear from the Lord more consistently. So I'm going to read the verses that we're going to look at, and then I'm just going to get into the word. So the background of this, because I'm not going to read all of it, is that this is Elijah praying for rain. And there had been a drought, I think, for 3 years. So there was no sign of rain at all, and the Lord spoke to him and said that there will be rain. But keep in mind, there was this long drought. So, starting at verse 41, Elijah said to Ahab, "Go eat and drink, for there is the sound of heavy rain." So Ahab went off to eat and drink, but Elijah climbed to the top of Carmel, bent down to the ground, and put his face towards his knees. "Go and look toward the sea," he told his servant, and he went up and looked. "There is nothing there," he said. 7 times Elijah said, "Go back." The 7th time the servant reported, "A cloud as small as a man's hand is rising from the sea." So Elijah said, "Go and tell Ahab, hitch up your chariot and go down before the rain stops you." Meanwhile, the sky grew black with clouds, the wind rose, a heavy rain started falling, and Ahab rode off to Jezreel. So, I've talked about this before actually, but this is, I'm taking it from a different angle with this one. So Elijah is praying for rain because there has been a drought for 3 years. But this is just too good. I'm sorry. It's so exciting. As he's praying for rain, all he sees in the sky, first of all, he prays, and 7 times the servant says there's nothing. Or 6 times, I guess. And then on the 7th, he says, well, there's a cloud the size of a man's hand. Where people miss God is they're looking for something specific, something big, something to wow you. And that's not truly looking for God, not truly trying to hear from Him. You have to be okay with hearing from Him in any way that He makes Himself available to you. If you're not okay with that, then you don't really want to hear from Him. You're not truly seeking hearing from Him. Because whatever you're seeking, whatever that specific sign is, that specific way, whatever, He's probably not going to come through in that way. In this story, many of us would see first of all, after there has been a drought for 3 years, and the Lord comes and tells you there's going to be rain. The Lord comes and tells you, you've been single all your life, you're going to be married. The Lord comes and tells you, you've been struggling for multiple years, I'm going to bring you resources. I'm going to lift you. Just with that, we would have such a hard time accepting it. Just that. Put yourself in Elijah's shoes. On top of that, he sent out his servant 7 times. That just blows my mind, because at any one of those times he could have just given up and said, oh, I guess the Lord is not actually going to come through, like many of us would look at that situation. I personally believe how I would respond if I wasn't where I'm at now. You see a little tiny cloud in the sky, and that's going to do nothing. Most of us, our issue is that when the Lord tells us this is going to happen, and He puts that little cloud in the sky, you just see a cloud in the sky. To Elijah, that was enough to tell, was it Ahab or was it, yeah, I think it was Ahab. He told him, get ready, there's going to be a downpour. How did he get that from just the little cloud? In order to hear from God, you have to be truly looking for Him. You have to truly be listening for Him. Or you will miss it. So, for many of us, we'll see the cloud and we'll see it as a cloud. For those who really want to hear from the Lord, you will see a cloud. You will see your problem, or even maybe something that looks like a solution, however He wants to speak to you. And you'll say, wait a minute, this looks like this could be a solution. Maybe I need to partner with God. Maybe this is where my deliverance comes from. Because it might not look how you think it's going to look. We have to start looking at the clouds that God gives us as a potential for God to show up. And the more edified you become in spirit, the more you'll be like, oh no, that was God. It's just a cloud, but that was God actually. This excites me so much because it's like any one of us, all of us tend to, not all of us, but many of us tend to struggle with hearing from God. There's believers who just don't even believe He speaks. And that's because you're looking at clouds as clouds, not as a potential for Him to come through, not as His potential help for you. I think that's all I have. I don't think He's given me anything more, but make sure you're looking at clouds as potential. Make sure you are, even if you don't know, you can take it back to the Lord and say, is this you? Like, I'm not sure. Because maybe it's not Him. Sometimes that's how the enemy actually gets us, by bringing us a blessing that looks like it could be God, but it's not. So you do need to partner with Him and know that it's Him or not. But I just find it so amazing because Elijah could have given up, and Elijah could have just said, a little tiny cloud, what is that going to do? That's not going to produce the heavy rain. Next, you know? And I know I can be guilty of that as well. Like, not even recognizing, oh, He just put the solution right in front of me and I couldn't even see it. God is so good. I hope this encourages you. Please like, comment if it does, and I'll see you next time. Bye.